Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News.
Good afternoon. The news continues at 12:30. Bill Bryant and Barbara Bailey for WKYT.
Well, it's rain now and a lot of it. But in just a few hours, what's coming from the sky will turn to sleet and snow.
The shift is coming at some point this afternoon. We have another winter storm headed our way. Ahead of that, we are dealing with heavy rain and flooding in some areas. Let's begin with WKYT meteorologist Micah Harris on this first alert severe weather day.
Yeah, we're looking outside and seeing those flakes mix into the northern zones. That's where we're getting reports from. And look, from now through 3 p.m., I would say the northern zones, which does include 71 and parts of 75, we're seeing really heavy rain right now in Williamstown, Corinth. Make your way back toward Harmony and also Owenton. That's probably the best chance of seeing that. Now, look outside. Corbin's still at 52 degrees. The cold air has not made its way there just yet. We're still at 39 there. We've been there for the past couple of hours in Lexington and in the 30s there in Frankfort. Now, it's pretty wet. And I showed this map just about 15 minutes ago, but I wanted to show it to you again because I'm getting several questions on Twitter and Facebook about the timing, because everybody wants to know about the timing on this. They know we're going to have a significant snow, but you guys want to know about timing. So now through 3 p.m. for this section right through here. Take your way from Highway 68 in Marion County, go up toward the Bluegrass region and up towards, say, Maysville. That area right through there, which does include Moorhead. 4 p.m. to about 8 p.m. Now, I think the switch over around here in Lexington is more than likely around that 6 to 7 p.m. time frame. And then you get down toward the south and southeast, buddy, it's really, really far out. I mean, it's probably when a lot of us are asleep, you'll start to see that switch over to that sleet and that snow. So there's your next 3 days. It looks cold, guys. This weather is not going anywhere anytime soon, but after that, it looks much better, and I'll show you that coming up.
All right, we'll see you in just a bit. We thank you. With more winter weather on the way, road crews have started gearing up, getting ready for potentially another long night.
Now, before the snow gets here, it's the rain causing real problems on the roads. WKYT's Mark Barber is live in Lexington with more on conditions this afternoon. Mark?
Good afternoon, Barbara. Crews say that the rain is causing problems on the road because it's keeping them from pre-treating. They say they can't put anything down because the rain would just wash it away, but they say their equipment is ready to go and they have plenty of salt left. They're confident they will be able to handle whatever the storm brings our way. Now, we could see another 6 to 7 hours of rain before it starts turning into snow. Police say the slick roads have already caused 14 crashes, and they're worried that road conditions will get much worse as the day goes on. Emergency management officials tell us that water isn't running off the roads because the ground is saturated and creeks are overflowing. Some stretches of road are starting to flood in many parts of the city, but one of the worst high water spots is University Drive on UK's campus. We found cars there sloshing through water that was up to 5 inches deep. Emergency management officials tell us they are watching road conditions very closely because the snow that is coming won't be like the snow we saw 2 weeks ago. Instead, this snow will be very wet, so they say it will greatly increase the risk of flooding and will make driving much more dangerous. We spoke with one Scott County teacher this morning when he took a break from traveling. He says it's not just students, even teachers are weary of this winter weather.
Absolutely miserably frustrating. Started the snow dances back around Christmas time. Now if I hear a snow dance, I just want to stop them. I'm ready for school to be out and not be in June and not taking extra hours at the end of school day to make up the extra time.
Now, while Scott County officials did call off school today, Fayette County school officials say they are closely monitoring the weather, trying to decide if they need to call off school and dismiss it early. Live in Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Mark, thank you. State road crews are on standby, ready for whenever the snow arrives. The Transportation Cabinet cares for 60,000 miles of roadway in Kentucky. All of their 1,400 plows are prepared for the next round of this wintry weather. For now, crews are keeping a close eye on road temperature.
Temperatures are still good and will be through daylight hours today, but we always are concerned with that road temperature. A lot of times when that road temperature starts to get close to the freezing mark, 32, that may be what triggers our application need.
The Transportation Cabinet hasn't started pre-treating yet because of the rain. Now, across the region, officials are keeping an eye on the rising waters.
High water is covering parts of Rockcastle County. So far, there have been no emergency situations. WKYT's Phil Pendleton is there, though, and continues our team coverage from the community of Conway, where the water is inching toward some homes.
Well, I am just off of Kentucky 25 between Berea and Mount Vernon. Again, it's the Conway community just off of Kentucky 25, and we have seen some issues that people are dealing with, water getting very close to their homes. Now, residents tell me that rain has been falling all morning and it does not seem to be letting up. We were there as Dale Saylor was observing the high water covering his yard and where his horses like to graze. In fact, he had to rescue his dogs from their pen, who then proceeded to splash and play around in the covered yard.
Ain't too much we can do about it, that's for sure. Let the good Lord take care of it, ain't it? About all we can do, but got a lot of water right now, expecting all this snow too, haven't we?
Now, I spoke with Kentucky State Police and the Rockcastle County Judge Executive. Neither agency said they've been dealing with any water emergencies, but they are keeping a very close eye on the situation. In Rockcastle County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
Phil, thank you. The Rockcastle County Judge Executive says they are also keeping a close watch on the Wolf Creek area that's off Highway 1912. And we've been getting a lot of nice pictures been sent in, and some of them also showing how menacing the high water is from some of our viewers. One sent us this shot of water covering the road in the area where Bourbon, Nicholas, and Harrison counties meet. And another viewer sent us this picture from Belfry in Pike County. It obviously shows high water near Southside Elementary School. And finally, we received this picture of water rising in Jeremiah. That's in Letcher County. Remember, you can upload your weather pictures to our Facebook and Twitter pages.
Well, several roads around the area are closed due to the high water. The state has shut down a 2-mile stretch of Bunker Hill Road in Montgomery County because of the flooding there. Emergency management says they're monitoring other trouble spots as well. With snow on the way, county schools will let out 2 hours early.
We have children who live on roads that sometimes get a little flooded, so get them home before the water gets up and get everybody safe before the snow starts.
Now, once the rain stops, crews will begin pre-treating the roads. They can't do it right now because the rain will simply wash the salt away. Remember, you can keep up with the latest closings online at WKYT.com.
A grand jury has indicted a man accused in Lexington's first murder of the year.
Matthew Donahue is charged with murder in the death of his boyfriend, Todd Schumacher. Police say Donahue stabbed Schumacher at the couple's home on Lamont Drive on January 18th. Donahue is also accused of putting Schumacher's dog in a hot oven a few months before the murder.
A man suspected in a violent robbery will be arraigned about a half hour from now. Lexington police arrested Darnell Thomas Jr. yesterday. Police say he robbed the Tobacco Zone on North Broadway on Friday night. The clerk shot him during that robbery, so he had to be taken to the hospital before he went on to jail. Police also say he is responsible for 13 other robberies in Lexington.